So with the announcement of Tomb Raider the Definitive Edition, the up-resed, upgraded graphics version of the game that we saw last year for Xbox One and PS4, it got me thinking about last-gen games that I really want to play again on my next-gen consoles. Now I know I made that video about games that graphics doesn't matter, it's about the gameplay. It still is fun sometimes to talk about graphics and more so the next-gen experience. And the first game that really got me thinking about that, what I'd really want to play on my PS4 or my Xbox One, is Grand Theft Auto 5. Of course, that's the obvious one. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Grand Theft Auto 5 would translate perfectly to next gen, with a smoother frame rate, more anti-aliasing, and stuff like that, especially with the online connectivity, how advanced the online is. Grand Theft Auto 5 would be a dream on next-gen consoles. So I can't even imagine how great it would be, just with a little bit of elbow grease, putting it on PS4 and Xbox One. I think it would be awesome. And let's just go with another obvious one while we're at it. Let's get those out of the way first. Skyrim. I would love to play Skyrim on next gen. It's been a while, and I would really love to replay the game, especially after seeing it on PC and just seeing what you can have. That would be something awesome to achieve on consoles, especially considering how shitty the PS3 version came out. Imagine practically zero load times in Skyrim. Imagine beautiful looking character models. Imagine instantaneous access to menus, slicker interfaces. Like I've said, I've seen the promised land on PC, and I would love to play Skyrim on my couch with the next gen. And for obvious ones, one last one, The Last of Us. That's a no-brainer. I know a lot of you are saying it, so get it done, Naughty Dog. Speaking of Naughty Dog, though, what I'd really like to see is a collection of the Uncharted games. How sweet would that be? Just the Uncharted games, even maybe just 2 and 3, running smooth as butter, full frame rate. It would be awesome to see them up-resed on the next gen. I'd be totally into that. Especially because I haven't played those games since release, and that's something I'd love to replay, especially amped up. And considering that they were probably the high points of PS3 graphics, just... And since we talked about Rockstar games, I'd really like to play Red Dead Redemption again, and it would be really, really cool, especially because we never got a PC version. It would be great to play it on next gen. For me, that was the high point of Rockstar games in terms of story, gameplay, atmosphere, everything. Red Dead Redemption was awesome, and I think it really does deserve a next gen treatment. Imagine that? That would be so cool. More real-time weather effects, better graphics, better sunlight and lighting. That would be incredible, especially because of how beautiful that game world already is. I can only imagine how much better it would be playing on an Xbox One or a PS4. These are kind of getting redundant just because it's like, why do we want to see it? Because better graphics, I know. But something that I'm more curious for the content is Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 would be awesome at 60 frames per second on PS4 and Xbox One, but the coolest thing would be to see like a big Ultimate Edition, Game of the Year Edition thing, where we have all the content, all the DLC that they've constantly been putting out since the game's release, which was like a year ago. It's insane. That would be really awesome to see bundled in a packaged game for PS4 and Xbox One. I'd be totally into that. I would buy the shit out of that. Of course, I surveyed some of you guys on Twitter to see what you guys wanted to play, and a lot of you said the Batman Arkham series, and that would be really cool. That game already looks fantastic, and I would love to replay the original Arkham Asylum, which I haven't played since quite a while ago. I would love to replay that on my PS4, and having them all on one package on next gen would be sweet. But really, like I said, this conversation can get redundant very quick just because it's like, why do we want to play stuff? Because better graphics, because better smoothness, capabilities, etc. So that's why I'm putting this video out to you guys and asking you guys, what games from last gen do you want to play on next gen? Let's talk about this in the comments. I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to say about this, and maybe I'll make a follow-up video talking about more. I don't know. The list goes on and on. You know, maybe indie games like Journey and Spelunky and Terraria, stuff like that. The list can go on and on. What games do you want to see from last gen on PS4 and Xbox One? Let me know in the comments, and, you know, let's talk, let's chit-chat. And as always, guys, I'm Jake Baldino, and you can subscribe because video games.